What happens if you eat mushrooms every single day? Let's be honest, mushrooms are one of the weirdest foods on the planet. They're not plants, they're not animals, they're fungi. Yes, the same biological kingdom as mold. And yet, people still toss them on pizzas, stir-fry them, blend them in soups, and claim they're superfoods. But here's the big question. What would actually happen if you ate mushrooms every single day? Spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you right away. We're going to take the long, sarcastic, scenic route. First of all, let's talk about mushrooms' reputation. They've been worshipped, feared, and misunderstood throughout history. Ancient Egyptians called them the food of immortality. The Chinese used them in traditional medicine for thousands of years. Meanwhile, Europeans, they were terrified of them for centuries because too many people died from eating the wrong kind. So mushrooms have always been a bit of a drama queen in the food world. Now imagine you make them part of your daily diet. Day 1, you feel fine, maybe even a little smug because you read somewhere that mushrooms are low in calories and high in nutrients. They're like little sponges soaking up flavor. By day 7, you start telling your friends, I'm basically healthy now, I eat mushrooms every day. But let's slow down and actually look at what's happening inside your body. Mushrooms are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. For starters, they're one of the few non-animal sources of vitamin D, if they've been exposed to sunlight, that is, which is ironic because most mushrooms are grown in dark, damp rooms. But hey, if you're lucky, that mushroom in your stir-fry might actually be giving your bones some sunshine. They also have B vitamins like riboflavin and niacin, which basically help your body run its energy factory. Without them, you'd be like a phone stuck at 1% battery all the time. Then there's the immune system angle. Mushrooms contain compounds like beta-glucans, which act like little drill sergeants for your immune cells. They march up to your white blood cells and yell, "Wake up! Stop being lazy! There are germs to fight." So, in theory, eating mushrooms daily might help you resist that annoying office cold everyone keeps passing around. In practice, though, it's not going to make you invincible. Don't expect to lick a subway pole and walk away fine just because you ate a shiitake. Let's not forget antioxidants. Mushrooms are packed with them, especially one called ergothioneine. That's a fancy word for stuff that keeps your cells from falling apart like an old iPhone battery. If you're eating mushrooms daily, you're basically giving your body a gentle polish, slowing down some of the wear and tear. Now, before you get too excited, let's add some sarcasm here. Mushrooms are healthy, but they're not magic. You're not going to eat them every day and suddenly become Wolverine. You won't grow claws, heal instantly, or become immune to hangovers. If that were true, trust me, the world would be full of mushroom fan clubs instead of gyms. But here's another fun twist. Not all mushrooms are created equal. Button mushrooms, basic but fine. Shiitake, fancy, packed with flavor, and full of compounds that might help cholesterol. Oyster mushrooms, trendy, good for the environment, and they look like little fans. Then there are reishi mushrooms, which traditional medicine swears can do everything from reducing stress to boosting longevity. Whether or not that's actually true is still up for debate, but hey, they've been selling them in capsules at overpriced health stores for decades, so someone's making money off the hype. If you eat mushrooms every day, you're also adding fiber to your gut, and you know what that means. Your gut bacteria are having a party. Fiber feeds the good bacteria, which in turn might make your digestion smoother. Translation: daily mushrooms could help you poop better. Congratulations, you didn't know this video would end up talking about your bathroom habits, but here we are. But wait, what about the risks? Yes, the dark side of mushrooms. If you're eating store-bought, cultivated mushrooms, you're fine. But if you suddenly think you're a forest adventurer and go picking wild mushrooms, good luck. One wrong bite and instead of boosting your immune system, you're boosting your chances of meeting the Grim Reaper. That's why Italians and Japanese have mushroom picking traditions passed down like sacred knowledge. You don't mess around with wild fungi. Also, eating too many mushrooms could mean you're eating too much fiber. And too much fiber can, well, make you gassy. So if you're planning on impressing someone on a date, maybe skip the mushroom buffet beforehand. Your stomach will thank you, and so will your date. Daily mushrooms might also give you a mental placebo effect. You'll start telling yourself, I'm healthy because I eat mushrooms, which is cute, but if you're still eating fries, drinking soda, and sleeping 4 hours a night, the mushrooms are just sitting there like, bro, we're trying, but we can't fix your life. Here's another layer. Mushrooms are sustainable. Compared to meat, they require way less land, water, and energy to grow. If more people swapped meat for mushrooms a few times a week, the planet would breathe a little easier. So by eating mushrooms daily, you could argue you're saving the earth. Though if you brag about it too much, your friends might stop inviting you to dinner. So after all that, what really happens if you eat mushrooms every day? Your body gets more fiber, vitamins, antioxidants, and immune support. You might feel healthier, you might even look healthier, and your gut will probably thank you. But no, you won't become immortal, you won't glow in the dark, and you definitely won't sprout a mushroom cap on your head, though that would be kind of funny. Here's the bottom line. Mushrooms are good for you, but they're not a miracle. Eating them every day can help your health, but only as part of a balanced diet. They're team players, not superheroes. Now let me throw it back to you. Would you be willing to eat mushrooms every day just to see what happens? Or do you think variety is still the spice of life? If you enjoyed this tasty experiment, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wiseuse, because here, even mushrooms come with fun facts and a dash of sarcasm.